Yun, yung training needs assessment and even the three level of analysis along training needs assessment. Now, after determining if training is necessary, yan, kung nakita na ng organization na, oh, okay, kailangan natin ng training na to. And we have the support of the management, we have the budget, and people are ready to conduct or to partake in this training needs or to partake in this training program. Okay. Now, after determining the reason, purpose of training, you are now ready to design, design, design the training program. Okay. So, ito yung last section in this chapter where we are now going to design yung training program based on the result of the training needs analysis. And you will be creating, one of your requirement is to create program design. Okay, so program design. So dito na mangyayari ngayon yung pag-create ng meaningful material, clear objectives, and at some point, the opportunity for practice and feedback. Okay. So pag sinasabi natin program design, we refer to the organization and coordination of the training program. Okay? So normally, ang program design, merong mga parts yan or components. We have yung design document template, a course or a lesson plan. Okay? Tapos, meron pa tayong tinatawag na lesson plan overview. And if you have much more time, you could also include na dito yung mga handout or modules o yung mga learning materials na ibibigay ninyo sa mga participants during the training. Okay? So the design of the training program is commonly being conducted by instructional designers, human resource professionals, and at some point, the manager ng client. Okay. So first component of the program design is yung tinatawag na design document. Okay? So this is a document that guides the development of training and to explain the training to the managers, subject matter experts, reviewers, and other trainers. So dito nakalagay ngayon yung scope of the project, which includes goals, outcomes, and what trainees are expected to achieve. So meron tayong example dito. Okay. Nakalagay dito yung design document template. So you will be creating something like this. So part of the design document template is the creation of objectives. Okay. So ano ba yung mga objectives? These were discussed on how to create a proper objectives dun sa learning principles using yung Bloom's taxonomy. Yun yung magiging basis natin in the creation of program objectives and even course or lesson objective. So these are the components of the project, the goal, the audience, the design time and checkpoints, length of the course, and also delivery, how you're going to deliver it. This includes content, method, training time, and problem opportunities. And objectives, resources, sinong involved, topical outline, and the rest. Okay, so we have an example here kung ano ba ang kung paano natin gagawin yung design document. Don't worry, I'll be providing you an example naman. Okay? On how to create itong mga to. Okay, then after the design document, we have here yung tinatawag na course or lesson plan. Yung tinatawag na detailed lesson plan. Okay. So, ito na, mas detailed na ang parts nito and mga components ay yung mga ilalagay ng mga materials here. So, this step involved in the lesson, instructor, and even training activities and the time allocated in each topic. Lalong-lalo na kung kapag yung training program ninyo ay maraming topics or lessons. Okay? If the training would span over several days, normally meron tayong tinatawag na detailed lesson plan pa dito. Okay. So this is an example of a detailed lesson plan. So we have here course title, lesson length. Tapos meron na namang specific objectives, target audience, and even prerequisites. Tapos yung outline, activity, and even the time or duration ng mga lesson na yan. Okay, so hindi ko na discuss itong features of an effective lesson plan, ano? Ibasa na lang ninyo doon sa handout. Okay, and after the creation of lesson plan, okay, meron din tinatawag na lesson plan overview. So, this will match major activities of the training program and specific times or time intervals. So this is the example of the lesson or sample lesson overview. Okay? So yun yung mga components ng tinatawag na training program design. So once you are able to design, okay, the training program, and also this was approved already by subject matter expert, the HR professional, the managers, and even the top management, pwede na mag-start to select and prepare the training site. So there are some conditions that we have to follow when we are selecting and preparing the training site. Pero ngayon, hindi naman na, lalo na ngayong pandemic, so wala nang face-to-face na training. Most of the trainings are being conducted virtually. So parang bawasan din yung trabaho ng mga training professionals in selecting and preparing the training site. Okay. So ang ginagamit na ngayon is virtual room using Google Meet, using Zoom and other video conference platforms. But if there will be a chance in the near future that mawala na ang pandemic and we go back to face-to-face interaction, so this could be the following principles that we could use to select and prepare the training site para ma-achieve natin yung conducive place for learning. So, yun, I think these are itong mga naman to hindi naman mahirap na intindihin. Okay, so nakalagay sa table 4.12 yung mga dapat natin i-consider when evaluating a training room. So, noise, color, room structure, lighting, wall and floor covering, meeting room chairs, glare, ceiling, electrical outlets, and even the acoustics. And even seating arrangement could also be considered, okay, during the training. There are examples of seating arrangement here, but again, yung sinasabi ko, virtual tayo ngayon. Hindi na kailangan ng seating arrangement. Okay, so there are concepts here and pakibasa na lang, hindi naman mahirap intindihin itong mga. Alright. Okay. Now let me share to you your individual requirement subject na to. Tayo sa drive. Okay, so one of your major requirement in this subject is yung tinatawag natin na training design and presentation. So this is an individual requirement that would determine your level of knowledge and skill in designing training program and even in training delivery. So what is this all about? Okay. So individuals are or you are going to be assessed sa knowledge and skills nyo in creating training design and even presentation. So ano ba yung mga outputs dito na gagawin? So we have here, first is yung training design document, yung mga pinakita ko kanina. So I will be giving you the following format. I-upload ko yun sa ating MBLE. Okay. But normally, ang mga content dito is yung design document, lesson plan overview, detailed lesson plan. Okay. Yun yung mga components niyan. Okay. And also, you will be creating your PowerPoint presentation, or kung gusto nyo ng video naman, okay lang, of your lecture or discussion. Plus, you will be creating also yung module ninyo or yung sinatawag natin na handout, katulad ng mga binibigay ko sa inyo ng mga handout sa subject natin. So, it is now the complete and detailed content of your lecture or discussion. Okay? So, yun yung mga following outputs that you're going to submit in this requirement, individual requirement. So normally, ang mangyayari dito is pipili kayo ng topic. Kayo mismo ang magde-decide kung ano ang gusto nyong i-share. Okay? Kung ano yung gusto nyong ituro sa mga classmates ninyo. And supposed to be, dapat meron merong transfer of knowledge or skill. So ibig sabihin, at the end of the session, dapat meron silang matutunan na bagong knowledge or skill na pwede nilang i-apply sa kanilang buhay. Okay. So it's up to you kung ano yung pipiliin ninyong topic, but I will approve it before you create or present. Okay. So you will send the topic that you wanted to share to your classmates. Okay. Titignan natin kung i-approve ko yan o hindi. So, etong mga documents na to will be submitted on November 23. You take note of this one. November 23 ang deadline ng submission ng mga training design document, PowerPoint presentation, and even yung handout or module. So after submitting the above documents, you will be delivering your training design. And remember that you will be training your classmates according to the topic that you selected. And you will be given 10 to 15 minutes to deliver it. And we will be using Google Meet as our platform for your live training delivery. Pwede rin naman ang pre-recorded video kung meron kayong skill on how to edit and record the video, but you will be presenting it, playing it during our live training delivery. Kung naman walang masyadong time to edit a video and record a video, pwede naman na directly na synchronous or live training delivery during our scheduled time for presentation. So the sequencing of the presentation will be alphabetically using your surnames. So we will start the training presentation on November 24 and hopefully matapos natin hanggang December 1. Okay. And may also request that may we devote one Saturday as training delivery day. So this is to accommodate everyone to be able to present until December 1. Okay. And during the presentation, kindly take a screenshot of your training delivery as a proof and for documentation purposes. Screenshots should include the image or faces of the participants and the presentation content. So how are you going to be assessed or graded in this subject or in this requirement? So I will be attaching the training design and delivery rubric for your assessment sa MBLE na lang para makita ninyo lahat. So to give you an example of also of project nila last school year. So we have here yung ginawa ni Grizan.
Hello everyone, I'm Zen Fermi Siadalem and I'm here to present to you a detailed and concise training on how to edit videos using the software Filmora. So let's get started. So the objective of this training is to offer a well-versed and complete training on video editing with workshop and application to give.
Meron ba kayo naririnig na audio ng video?
Yes, sir.
Meron, sir.
Okay. So, ito yung example ng gagawin ninyo. Ang ginawa kasi ni Grizan, instead na synchronous or live siya na mag-present noon, ni-record niya. Tapos nagkaroon siya ng konting editing, okay, para mas maganda yung presentation niya. So as you can see in the following
So let's get started. So the objective of this training,
meron siyang objective, but when you try to look into the objectives, hindi niya finalo yung guidelines in the creation of objectives using yung Bloom's taxonomy. So you have to remember that when creating objectives, there must be or we must follow Bloom's taxonomy. So merong leveling yan, di ba? So from remembering, understanding, until doon sa creating.
is to offer a well-versed and complete training on video editing with workshop and application to give participants knowledge on how to make and edit videos. This training program gives students opportunity to learn video editing skills and lastly, to make the most of the editing and construction of high-quality videos and presentation. So, we get to know more about Filmora. So here is the introduction. Filmora, a video editor, is designed to help everyone, especially students, to edit and manipulate videos on professional level, and even if you are still a beginner. Filmora is one of the exceptionally popular video editing apps or software. Filmora is suitable for creating videos for almost all scenarios or genres. Filmora is an easy and powerful video editing software that can do basic editing such as trimming, cropping, rotating, and adjusting, as well as advanced video editing such as green screen, split screen, pictures, and more. Filmora Editor is a beginner-friendly tool, which means that users with no editing experience would have to spend hours trying to understand how it works. So first, add the media file to the video editing software. Second, drag.
So we will not be watching it yung totally na video, but I'm just showing you an example.
And hit the space bar to start reviewing the video clips you've added to the timeline. or use the playhead to jump to and play it.
Actually, sumobra pa siya dun sa allotted time, na 10 to 15 minutes.
So here
Overall, video editing is a process and a good one, but you really need to have the right equipment and resources to make it all worth it. So remember, the first step in improving your video editing skills is to choose the right software for you. The key here is for those to choose what works for you and your editing skills or style. Thank you and God bless.
Okay? So, yon yung sample natin. So, hopefully, on Friday, you will be able to send me already yung mga topics ninyo for approval. Meron pang mga gumawa noon yung cooking, ganyan. Yung pagluluto, pwede rin din yun. You have question? Or there's something you want to clarify from the requirement?
Sir, may mesan to date nga pinagipasa di requirements, sir?
Yes. November 23. Para hindi naman unfair sa mga mauuna na mag-represent. All of you will going to submit on November 23 and we will start the presentation on November 24. Awanin? All question?
Sir, DJ, format ba di dado mga requirements kat maitid, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
Sir,
Hmm.
DJ training sir nga i-provide me anything sir or hang related TH or something skills nga kahit me i-share sir.
Yeah. Okay lang. Pero as much possible, okay lang. Basta, urihang related to HR. Something that you could, something that you are good at it and you wanted to share to other people, pwede din yun. Basta dapat merong tangible na skill na ma-develop sa mga participants.
Any topic, sir, or related iti ano tayo, sir?
To be
Subject.
approved by me naman. So you just present 3 topics and then I will decide or we will decide kung ano ang pinaka the best doon para sa iyo. So, i-present niyo pa lang yung mga topics ninyo. Okay? On Friday, meron tayong, dapat i-kuha yun i-ready yun. Okay? Tapno makakuha tayo, ma-decide tayo at final nga topics nga i-remember nyo to the design and presentation. Ilang minutes, I discussed it kanina, 10 to 15 minutes yung presentation. Maximum na yan, ha? So, dapat yung mga topics ninyo, mga simple lang, mga kayang i-discuss ng 10 to 15 minutes. Huwag masyadong broad yung mga topics na i-convey nyo. One question
Sir?
in? Mhm.
Sir, kano gayam team midterm examination ni sir?
Next week. Kasi pinalpas nila nga ito Unit 3 kasi included yung exam nila.
Sige,
Next
sir.
week, mga Monday siguro.